What's up? I'm back. Like, don't you love my wall? That's the first picture that you see when you first come on. So, hello, I'm gonna explain, go back. Hi, welcome. So I'm gonna go, I was gonna leave the old post and just do my 3-minute scope for my heart tribe, but I decided to come back on and kind of explain the 7X rule just a little bit more, just because there's some key pieces that were missing in the last scope. So I wanted to go over those again inside of this scope. So when I was explaining earlier in the last scope, I said that a customer needs to be exposed to your business at least 7 times before they recognize your business. Now, one of the tips that I recommend was getting them to follow you on social media, because it makes it easier for them. It makes it easier for you to get in front of that same customer over and over again. The alternative to that, which is why you want them to be, you want them to follow, the alternative to that is to either advertise to them over and over again, or post consistently on social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, whatever. Let's say you're using Instagram, you're going to be posting on social media using those same hashtags over and over and over again, and it's going to be a lot harder to get in front of that customer before. Let's say you use a hashtag. Let's say your idea is to use a hashtag, hashtag handmade business or whatever. Let's say you decide to use that hashtag on Instagram. So you use that same hashtag over and over again, but that person's not going to see every single post that you use with that hashtag. Maybe you can mix it up and do like Etsy seller, Etsy shop, or something like that, or handmade candles, or whatever your business is, and constantly use those hashtags. But again, it's going to be a lot harder for you to get in front of that same customer, several times. And again, if that exposure is within a shorter amount of time, let's say your that same post or whatever, your customer follows you on Instagram and then sees your post 7 times throughout the course of a week, they're going to remember you a lot better than if you try to use hashtags to get that same customer to follow you over the course of a year. They're actually less likely to remember you if those 7 exposures were over the course of a year. So condense that time frame, get them to follow you, and then post on a consistent and regular basis. That's how people are going to remember you. Again, this is just so that they even remember you. This is not even convincing them that you want to do business with them. But again, that's just to get people to remember you. And then on top of that, you want to stay consistent on social media. Continue to post great, amazing content. It doesn't have to be mind-blowing content. It just has to be interesting and engaging. And, even if it's just a quick behind-the-scenes shots, every single day, then you stay what's called front of mind. And that's the main thing, is you want to stay front of mind no matter what you're doing. So if you're on Instagram, again, be consistent. Use the social media platform that your particular customer uses. If they use Facebook, then use Facebook, and again, I could go into a whole social media. I tend to do this. I could go into an entire social media lesson here, but I'm not going to. But basically, post interesting and engaging content. Don't post too much sales and product information photos. People tend to get bored with that. Again, I always recommend the 30-30-30 rule. Hi, Ashna. Welcome to my live scope. So I recommend, if you want to know what ratio of content to post, use the 30-30-30 rule when you're posting on social media. That's 30% personal, 30% behind the scenes, and 30% product-based photos. So again, this is for, this rule, it can generally be for any kind of business. Oh, thank you so much for sharing. So this 30-30 rule could be used for particularly any kind of business, but it's used particularly with handmade business. And it was developed by Susan Peterson. I have to give credit, Susan Peterson of Freshly Picked Moccasins. And Susan and Freshly Picked Moccasins is $1 million business, and they leverage their marketing efforts entirely. Well, I don't want to say entirely, but mostly through Instagram and social media. So, if that's what they're doing and that's what's working for them and that's what's got them to be $1 million company, you may want to pay attention and listen. And the flip side to using the 30-30 rule, if you decide just to post regular, sale here, sale that, product here, product photos all the time, or if you're in some other kind of business, if it's just business all the time, you get kind of boring, you get kind of stale, and either people will do one of 2 things: unfollow you or ignore you, and neither one of those are good. So post interesting, engaging content, stay top of mind, be consistent when posting on social media, post daily if you can. All right, so that was it for my scope. If you have any questions or want to give feedback on this, go ahead and feel free to retweet me or tweet me at Brandon Blossom on Twitter, and I'd love to reply to you. All right, thanks guys. I'll see you guys next time.